Hi, I'm Stephanie Sandiford, and today I have Dr. Landon Rogers here at Burleson Chiropractic. Thank you for taking time to interview, or for letting me to interview you.
You're very welcome.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and most of them I do know the answers to.
Okay, perfect.
So, you ready for the questions?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, how long have you been practicing chiropractic medicine?
I've been practicing in Fairhope and Daphne area for the last about 7 years.
Mm-hmm. Where did you go to school?
I went to a lot of school. I graduated from Fairhope High School.
Mm-hmm.
I went to... Am I supposed to look at you or look at...
You can just talk to me. Okay, we're going to start this over again, Juliet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I should look at you, right? And not just like...
yeah,
stare
you
at
just
the
look at me like
Okay.
we're just talking.
Yeah, cool.
So, Dr. Rogers, can I call you Landon during this video?
You can call me whatever you want.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Landon, where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Fairhope. I was born in Mobile. We moved over to the Eastern Shore when, I guess, in about 3rd grade. And since then, I've been here ever since.
Did you go away to college?
I did. I went to actually play baseball at Huntington College in Montgomery. I graduated from there, and then we moved off to Houston, Texas, where I went to chiropractic school at Texas Chiropractic College for 4 years.
Wow, and that's where you graduated from.
That's right.
It's a very interesting field. My daughter Juliet wants to get into medicine, and she loves coming in here and pretending like she's on Grey's Anatomy and checking all the boxes off.
That's awesome. I love it.
So, how would you describe your business?
Okay. I see a wide variety of different people. You know, a lot of people, when I talk to them about, what is chiropractic or what do we do or different things, some people have been before, some people have no idea, really. We see a wide variety of conditions. Most commonly when somebody thinks of a chiropractor, they think of neck and back pain, right? And that's just the most common things people think of. But, I see shoulder pain, knee pain, foot pain, things like that all the time. Our main goal is to get people feeling better, right? It's, sometimes it's one visit, and then see them in Publix, and I'll give them a high five, and, they just call me when they need something. Sometimes it's an injury that's kind of a little bit more troublesome, having trouble sleeping, different things like this because of the pain, and sometimes those take a little bit longer.
So, I'm going to ask you something because I come to you a good bit. So, do you have a lot of adults that had prior injuries from when they were younger that now are creeping up? Because, that's what's going on with me, stuff that happened years ago.
Right. And that does happen a lot. Sometimes it's, there's a big difference in acute and chronic. Acute means it just happened right now. You have an injury, you sprain your ankle, that's acute. Or you have a chronic situation where it's, something's been going on for a long time, it kind of built up, and then you need something to kind of relieve that pain and take pressure off the joints.
Well, I love to come here because I feel much better.
Good. I'm so glad.
So, when did you start having an interest in chiropractic medicine? How did you get started?
So, my whole life I was going to be a dentist. My dad's endodontist in Daphne, and it was one of the things I just didn't think of anything else really. But growing up playing sports and doing different things, I've been to a few different chiropractors in the past that had really great experiences with. It's a profession where you can treat somebody and they can get better. Like right then, they can stand up and immediately feel better. And, after thinking about it a little bit more, I decided that, I didn't really want to work in people's mouths all the time. I was going to do something a little bit different. And it's worked out great so far.
Okay. So that kind of relates to what I was going to ask you next. You chose this profession because you didn't want to work in people's mouths.
Yeah. Close. Not exactly, but close. It's mainly I chose this profession because there's not, if you look in the medical field, there's not many things where you can go in somewhere hurting and then you can walk out of the office in, 30 minutes and feel better than you did when you came in, whether it's, getting an injection or surgeries or different things, those take some time to recover. Where in chiropractic, you can walk in, I can treat somebody and they can get up immediately feeling better. And so that was one of the biggest things that drew me to this profession. I wanted to help people, and I wanted to help them fast, do something where I could immediately make them feel better.
And I feel at your office you do things that are a little bit different. You've got the cupping that you can do.
Yeah.
And you've got the massages that you're going to be working on. You've got your expanded office, which is super cool. Every time I come, it gets fancier and fancier. But what are some other things that you offer?
So In our office, we tell people all the time we've got a big bag of tricks, right? There's we don't treat everybody the same. Everybody is different in their injuries, right? So we don't just do the same thing with them. So from cupping to acupuncture to a little bit of rehab, I do a lot of stretches with people, more on educational stuff, teaching them things to do at home that can hopefully speed up the healing process and help them get better faster. There's just a bunch of different things that we can incorporate, not just adjustments, because I have people come in here all the time that, maybe the popping sound that they hear when you get adjusted, it freaks them out. So we've got all these different tools to use, but we don't have to do that if we don't need to.
So if you had to think of one thing that motivates you, you've kind of talked about that, but your main goal is to help people and have an immediate response.
Right.
And you're really good at that.
Just be a good person in the community, somebody that people can have people all the time that, I see them at the ballpark and they ask me a question about something or this or that, just to feel like somebody can come ask me a question. I can help as many people as possible. Anything I can do to be a benefit is kind of my goal.
You're very approachable, so that's good. That's
Thanks.
good. What is something most people don't know about the business?
I would probably say the thing that people think all the time is you've got to come 1,000 times, right? That's the one thing in our office. We try to talk to people. They come in and they're like, if I come once, I've got to come forever. Or if I come in this one time, I've got to come 80 visits, right? Like, that's not really how we do stuff. If we can fix somebody relatively quickly, then that's our goal. Just like I was saying earlier, I'd love to, and it happens all the time where I'll see somebody, one visit, never see them again, and then I see them in Publix and they tell me how good they're doing, and we talk for a second, and then, whenever yard work comes around in the summer and they happen to hurt their back or something, they think of us. We want everybody to have a positive experience when they leave our office.
I'm a lifetime customer or patient. So, Landon, how do you motivate and encourage your staff? Everybody always seems to be in such a good mood when I'm here, so that's good.
Yeah, our staff is awesome. We have our billing girl, Becky, she handles all of our insurance stuff, and she's been here for 18 years, So if we feel like if we treat them right, then they'll stay for a long time. We try to have as little turnover as possible with employees and different stuff like that. But we all sit down and we have goals and different things to do. We try to talk to them about treating patients right from the moment they enter the door to the moment when they leave. And for the most part, they do a phenomenal job of that. And if they ever have any questions, they come ask us on different things. But right now, they probably know more than we do, with everything on how everything runs and different things like that. So we wouldn't be able to go without them. That's for sure.
I always feel very welcome when I come here, and
that's awesome.
They actually know me and they talk to me and they ask me how I'm doing. So I really do appreciate that. So you guys have expanded your building, and what would you say your 1 year to 2 year goal is for this building?
So we're really excited about that, right? We just added another 1,800 square feet next door.
Huge.
Yeah, and so we're gonna have a rehab area. We're hoping to get a massage therapist or two in to, people ask us about that all the time. Hey, who's a good massage therapist, or who's this and that? If we had that option in-house, that would be great for our patients to just, like I was kind of talking about earlier, we just want all of our patients to get better, right? So that we feel like the more options that they have, then the better that is for them. So that's our biggest thing is, expanding a little bit, doing different things, offering more services for people that they can come kind of like a one-stop shop place, right? Where they can come to one place and get a bunch of things that they need rather than going from one to the other to the other. They can just come to one spot and get it all accomplished.
Well, just in this conversation, it's been really nice with the interviews I've done so far. I've gotten people connected. I do know a few massage therapists that I'll send you their information.
That's
so
perfect.
Maybe they could work with
Yes.
you. So what do you like to do in Fairhope when you're not working?
Okay. I've got two boys. They're wild and crazy. They're 5 and 2. Pierce is my 5-year-old and Sutton's my 2-year-old. So basically when I'm not here, we're playing, going to the park, doing different things, trying to get them out, doing stuff. I am now officially a 5-year-old t-ball coach.
No soccer anymore?
I know, not soccer. Pierce vetoed soccer after 1 year. It was not his favorite.
But now you're a t-ball coach. That's
so
exciting.
now, yes, so it's taking up a lot of time. You know, it's awesome. I love it. Getting out there and running around with the kids. You know, keeping them focused is fun. Since they're 5, but it's been a lot of fun. You know, just getting out there, running around, doing different stuff. We try to get out as much as we can, and
do you and Jenna go out to eat? Do you like to go out to eat when you get a chance?
Yeah, we do. I do feel like we're kind of foodies. There's a lot of, you know, so we have our places that we go normally with kids and without. You know, when we're with the boys, there's a couple places in Fairhope that we really like to go just because they have outdoor areas you can take them. I feel like Bo Hamilton at Ox Kitchen does an awesome job with everything they have, and at the mill they have a big space outside so we can order our food and sit out and let the boys run around. And then at District Hall they have an outdoor space, so it's just easy for us to go to those places, let the boys run around, and it works out pretty well.
Is there a special place that you go when you don't have the kids with you?
Yes. So a couple, we really like Hope Farm. It's new and nice and fun, cool environment, and the people up there are awesome. But then the traditional places too, if you're going to a nice dinner, you know, going to Camellia or Fairhope Inn or things like that. We actually got married at Fairhope Inn, so that's one of our places that we do like to go. So,
right.
Yeah.
There's so many good restaurants in Fairhope.
I know,
Whenever my family comes to visit, they want to go to every single place.
I know. I feel like we've probably checked off the list on every single one of them. So.
So you grew up here.
I did.
And I've only been in Baldwin County 17 years now. So I've seen a lot of growth. But what significant changes have you seen since you've been here?
Yeah. It's way different. I literally remember being 16 years old, getting my driver's license at, you know, the red light right next to where Ruby Tuesdays used to be, coming down from there. And it was 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was the only person at the red light.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy. At 9 o'clock in the morning, I was the only person at the red light going to school. So that in itself makes a big difference. Just the amount of people, businesses popping up left and right. You know, we try to, you know, not go to as many chains and go to more of the local places and things like that. Support people that are there since we're a small business ourselves. But more and more of those popping up and everything, you know, with businesses and the amount of people and, you know, things like that. It's been a big difference for the last, since I was in high school to now.
I think that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing this website and doing these interviews, because it's so important as a community to have local, shop local,
Right.
support local.
Yes, 100%.
So
we're a big proponent of that.
So, this I didn't put on the list, but what is something that people don't know about you? Be something quirky, something different.
I know. One thing is I'm a big nerd when it comes to like hobbies and stuff. So one of my big hobbies is collecting baseball cards. I know it's crazy. I know, but I did when I was a little kid, and it was something that, you know, my dad got us into when I was little, and now honestly baseball cards are exploding right now as collectibles and different things like that. So it's fun for me and the boys to, you know, open, you don't know what's going to be in the pack of cards, and you open it, or you get the players that you know are going to be just around forever and always be talked about, and get those. And it's something that we do together, and, you know, I'll be able to pass those down to them as, which they'll probably sell them by the time they get to be like, you know, 18 or 20, but, you know, it's fun for us to do.
My boys did that for a little bit. Is the gum still in there?
No, they took that out.
They don't have gum?
Oh, no, they took it out.
Was it like a COVID thing, or just they just took it out?
I don't know. I think it just, like...
That's kind of sad.
I know. It's different. It's way different than back in the day.
So, I feel like I keep asking the same questions, but I'm super excited about this. So that's why I keep coming back to it.
Yeah.
So, what are some exciting things that are coming up that your customers would want to know about ahead of time?
And I know I mentioned some of the stuff earlier, but just with expanding and hopefully getting a massage therapist in here shortly, and just us being able to offer different things to help our patients that are in here. You know, now the more things that we can offer in one spot for patients, I feel like they would much rather do that than go to 3 different appointments in one day.
Oh,
they can
definitely.
come and to one spot and spend a little bit longer than one appointment in one place and just get it all accomplished in one spot. So I would say that's the thing that I'm most excited about, is just being able to offer so many different things for our patients and
Well,
stuff.
even your vitamins,
Right.
because I've purchased quite a few of the
Right.
vitamins that you have also, and I don't think a lot of people know that you.
Yeah, right. I mean, and a bunch of people don't, but that's one of the things that we just try to have. You know, we don't hardly mark them up at all. We just get them and just have it as an offering for our patients. That their patients here, people come sometimes and just walk in, buy those, and then they're not patients of ours. So just whoever, you know, we just want to have all those options for our patients.
What is one memory from childhood that just stands out in your brain?
One memory.
What is one thing that you remember, maybe about the town of Fairhope or growing up, or something that happened while you were growing up in town that you can tell everybody about?
Right. So for mine, playing sports the whole time from being, you know, 5 through playing in college and stuff is a big deal. And Fairhope being a small, tight-knit community, even in one thing that always sticks out in my mind is, you know, junior year in high school, I was playing varsity football, and we had a game, and we had a big win against somebody, right? And that's when most of the people around here would go to the football games on Friday nights and things like that. And the next morning, Saturday, I was tired, but my dad wanted to go to the grocery store because we were going to cook some stuff, and he was like, just come with me. So I went to the grocery store with him back when we had Food World here back in the day.
Food World.
Yeah,
Where's Food
way
World?
back in the day. Food World used to be, we had like Food World and Dale Chance and stuff, but it was like where like the CPSI building used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And that.
Okay.
So I remember walking down the aisle with Dad and getting stopped by just random people saying like, hey, good game last night, buddy, and
That's so
different
cool.
things like that. And so it happened like 3 times at the grocery store by 3 different people that we really didn't know. But that was just a cool small town, you know,
That's neat.
experience.
So my last question is,
Okay.
what does the future hold for you?
So as a family, you know,
Yes.
just kind of raising my boys in the right way. It's my wife's awesome. She's also in the community. She probably
Where does
is
she
our-
work?
She works at Bay Mortgage Corporation. She's a loan originator. She is basically our rock for the fam. She does the majority of stuff at the house, and keeps us all on our toes with 3 boys and and our giant dog Heidi. But you know, going forward, just kind of being involved in the community, and if there's any way that we can kind of help out and coaching, I'll probably be at the Fairhope
You're
baseball
committed.
park. I know now forever since they're 5 and 2.
Right.
But coaching up a lot of the boys and the young guys. If there's a lot of good men around here and professionals that are coaching out there.
So, again, thank you so much for taking time during your break to
You're so
let me
welcome.
interview you and getting to talk to you. And I just want to make sure that people are able to contact you if
Yeah.
they want to make an appointment or they have a question.
Right.
What's the best way for them to contact you?
So probably the easiest way is to call the office.
What is
Our
that
office number is 928-9398. Or if they've got a question or just kind of skeptical about something or just need advice on one thing, you can always email me. My email is drlandonrogers@gmail.com. I try to keep it pretty simple. And those are probably the best ways to kind of get in touch with us.
Okay. And I also will post all of his information, any business that's interviewed with me, on my website, which will also have a link back to him, give some information about Dr. Rogers and Burleson Chiropractic. So thank you so much for watching us, and I look forward to another interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.